Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've already seen a couple videos of mine. I wanted to go ahead and just do a video explaining my top favorites of the drugstore and affordable makeup. So if you would like to see that, just keep on watching. Thanks. Bye. Okay, so I just wanted to go ahead and jump in because the lighting is going to get extremely shitty because I had my niece this morning, so I couldn't film earlier today. But I wanted to just go ahead and jump in. I do want to first make a disclaimer that these items may not work for everybody. Everybody might hate them. Everybody might love them. I'm just personally telling you my personal favorites. So let's just go ahead and jump in. Now, first I'm going to start off with eyeshadows. Now, I do have a couple eyeshadows, and I'm sure you've heard of them. The first set of eyeshadows that I am going to do are the Makeup Geek shadows. The foiled shadows, that is. I have 6 here that I have personally tried out. I have not tried them all out, but I will say that I have fallen in love with them, and I will definitely be purchasing more. Now, my personal favorites is the lavender shade, and I think this is in the Spotlight, or no, I'm sorry, Starry Eyed. And this is Daydreamer, and then Grandstand. And I'll go ahead and show you quick swatches. Those are them, put it on my hands. Now from the top down, this is Grandstand, Starry Eyed, and then Daydreamer. I will go ahead and say that these shades are going to look very different on everybody else because some people may be darker than me, some people may be more fair than me. But I will say that I love these. They give off really great pigmentation, especially I have very oily eyelids. My face is very dry, but my eyelids, like, that's where the oil comes from, I guess, because my eyelids get extremely oily, and it feels like I have to set them and put a primer on, or if I have like a shadow with a lot of oil in them, or I wetten them, they will come right off. So I will say I do not have a problem with these coming off of my eyelids, honestly, and I will tell you if I did, honestly, because I do not want somebody going out and purchasing these and me talking about them if they do not work for everybody. And I do have very oily eyelids, and they stay on me all day. And that's with or without a primer, because I have gone where I put Grandstand on my entire lid and just left the house without a primer or anything. So, Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadows, I give them a big thumbs up. Okay, the next eyeshadows that I want to talk about, they're not really eyeshadows. I consider them more of like a mousse. And they are the Colourpop Shadows. Now, these are amazing, and I know everybody's probably already heard about them all throughout YouTube and throughout the makeup community because they are hyped up, but for good reason. They come in a little casing like this, and you just screw off the lid. I will say you have to keep them tight because I did have to repurchase one because one dried out, but there's a good reason because they are so moussey, but they hold amazing pigment. I am actually wearing a Colourpop Shadow today, and I will show you what that is in just a second. But, like, see how pigmented that is? This one is one of my favorites. This is the one created by Kathleen Lights. I adore her, and she honestly hit this one out of the ballpark. It is like a pigmented olivey yellow, lime yellow, I guess you could call it, and is like neon to no end. Now, if you don't like crazy colors like this will not be for you, but in her other collections, she does have more neutral tone eyeshadows. But this one I love. I actually have a picture of me wearing this shadow on my Instagram, which I will link down below. Okay, from the top, it's Telepathy, the one by Kathleen Lights. Then the next one is Too Shy, which is the one I am wearing all over my lid today with a little bit of blending and black in the crease. And then underneath that is Game Face. And then underneath that is another Kathleen Lights collab, which would be Midnight. And these are my top 4 favorites. I only have about 13 of the Colourpop eyeshadows, but I honestly love them, and I'm not talking them up because everybody else does. There is a reason they are talked about so much. I would definitely go ahead and check them out because they're only $5 a piece, and they are incredible. I give them 10 stars. I will say though, sometimes the really dark shadows, like the black ones, if you have those, like, I know on my hands, they like are really hard to come off. Like, I'll have them stained on my hands for days, and that's with me taking a shower, using makeup wipes and oil remover. So the black ones do stain a little bit, but nothing you can't cover up with makeup. So okay, and the last eyeshadows I want to go ahead and talk about are the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadows, and they are more like a pressed pigment. They come in a thing like this. These are more on the expensive side at the drugstore. I think I paid like $10 for like just this little pot, but you do not need a lot. This will definitely take you far. This is in the shade Amber Rush, and I'll go ahead and show you. But all you'd have to do is swirl your finger around. You can pull out more pigment if you want, but you do not need a lot. I'll go ahead and show you on the back of my hand. I'm just showing you one because this one's my absolute favorite. It's very similar to the Makeup Geek Grandstand, but this one I find has more of a pinky tone to it, and it leaves more pigment behind. And that's with not even scraping out, just rubbing the top of that. So they are a little bit more pricey, but they will last you forever. Alright, talking about eyes, I'm going to go ahead into the eyelashes. I have two drugstore favorites that I adore, and I'll go ahead and tell you. One is the Maybelline Rocket Mascara. I have the one in waterproof, which I don't know why I grabbed this one. I think I just grabbed it to grab it. And I usually don't get waterproof because waterproof seems to dry out my eyelashes. But this mascara, this is in like a brown black. I grabbed that by accident too, but it still works really nice. But the wand is really good for separating and lengthening your eyelashes. I love using this mascara for when I'm putting on false lashes. I used this mascara today actually, and I love it. The next mascara I want to talk about is the L'Oreal Miss Manga. This one I have to get a new one because I've used it so much, but this brush is amazing for getting into your inner corner where you have these little tiny eyelashes that are really hard to get without smudging. And if you flip it around, it's good to get the ends too, and it's really good for the under eyelashes. This one is amazing for length and a little bit of volume. So this one is I probably like this one even more than the Rocket Mascara. So if you have a problem with short stubby eyelashes, I would definitely go for the L'Oreal Miss Manga. And yes, it is amazing. And now on to face products. The first thing I'm going to talk about is a primer. I don't have any really good drugstore primers that I've really talked about or tried out yet, but the one I do like, which kind of reminds me more of like a moisturizer, is the L'Oreal Magic Lumi. Now this one is really good as well for a very luminous base under your foundation that seems to beam through your foundation if you like really dewy makeup. This one is really great, and it gives a very nice sheen, and it'll work for anybody because it works as like a moisturizer to moisturize your skin and then give a very like luminous base. If you can see my hand, how it's all dewy looking and shiny, that pearlescent and that shimmer does not shine through. All that shines through is very healthy glow to your makeup. It is a little pricey, however. It is, I think I spent $11 on this, which is kind of expensive, especially for drugstore. I hate calling it drugstore because, to me, I just like calling it more affordable makeup. But now drugstore makeup is getting, like, higher in prices, and I think it's kind of ridiculous. But it goes to say, the quality in the product is gotten a lot better. Next for the face, I want to go ahead and tell you about my tried and true. I am wearing it today. I had to put in a little bit of a whiter foundation because my other color ran out and my fake tan is coming off. This is the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 foundation. I have been using this since I was like 18 years old, since I seen my sister use it, and I just picked it up off of her vanity, and I was like, oh, let me just throw that on my face. And ever since then, I have been repurchasing it, and I am 21 years old now, so that tells you how much I love it. It is like the closest foundation I have found to a full coverage foundation, and then you can build it up, and for me, it does not get cakey. I have dry skin, and I heard this works really great for oily skin, but I think it works really great for dry skin as well because I haven't had no problems with it looking flaky or dry on my skin. I think it just gives me like a very full coverage, flawless effect, and I am wearing it today, if you can see that. And I adore this. Now for concealer, my favorite is the NYX HD concealer. I am again wearing this today underneath my eyes. Honestly, even over a high-end concealer, this I will probably keep reaching for. I do like the Maybelline, I think it is called, what is it, the Maybelline, it's the Maybelline one in the concealer tube, Master Conceal, I think it's called, and I love that one, except for that one takes forever for me to blend out, and this one is like high coverage, and then it doesn't have that white flashback in pictures, and it comes in a doe foot applicator. I don't have to squeeze it and apply it with my finger or anything. So I definitely love this, and the formula of it is pretty creamy. You can see that. That is really pale. This is in porcelain, but it blends out so well. Like, that's only with a few swipes, and that's how blended it got already. So the NYX HD Concealer, and I believe I only spent $7 on that. So I would definitely check this out if you're at your local CVS or Target, because I have loved this, and this is my third repurchase, and I just picked it up like 4 months ago, and I love it. Now on to blush. I have two blush favorites. I have one that I think would be really good for if you are a makeup artist and you need a blush kit, or you need a blush to throw in your kit, and that would be the e.l.f. blush palette. This is in dark because it comes with 3 matte shades and then one with shimmer in it, if somebody likes shimmer in their blush. And it gives you a variety of colors, and even though this is dark, I use this on fair skin, and it still looks like freaking beautiful. But the pigmentation is ridiculous. Like, when I tried it, like, honestly, the first time I did try it, I was very scared because, like, even the sparkle, though, it doesn't show off, it doesn't show up too bad, but, like, the pigmentation, all you have to do is literally barely touch it, and I have to tap it off just to apply it to my cheeks because it goes such a long way. I would definitely pick this up. It's only $6, and it's amazing if you want a blush palette to go into your kit. So I would definitely check this out because I have one that I do freelance on the side, and I have used this nonstop, and it barely looks like it's been touched in. I think I've used this blush palette on 5 different people, and it barely looks like I've touched it. So I would definitely check this out. They do have a lighter shade too if this is too intimidating for you. The second blush I want to go ahead and talk about are the Milani Rose. I don't even know technically what they're called. They're powder blushes, but it is in the shape of a rose. It just looks like this, and this is the shade Romantic Rose, and you can see how much I've used it. It's all scratched up, and like the Milani brand is coming off and everything. This is in the shade Romantic Rose. It's very subtle, but you can easily build it up. It's not scary, and it gives a very warm flush to your cheeks that looks very natural. I don't know if you can see that. It's probably crappy swatch, but... And I've had this for like 7 months, and it, like, I've barely even used it. It's still coming out of the pan. I know a lot of people talk about the Milani Luminoso blushes, and I have the Luminoso one, but I prefer the Romantic Rose blush over the Luminoso. I don't know if it's my skin tone or what, but that I think is like way better than the Luminoso. I mean, I guess Luminoso would fit more skin tones, but they have more colors. They have corals and everything, so I would definitely check them out. They are as well pretty pricey. I think I paid like $9 for that blush, but they last such a long time. Okay, and then for highlighters, I have 2 highlighters. One is the L'Oreal Lumi highlighter, and this one is in the shade Ice. And this is like a pinky highlight, and I am wearing this today. I don't know if you can see that, but it gives a very like nice sheen, and you can even wear this under your foundation, and it will give a pretty good shine. However, I will say for a highlighter, it is pricey. I think it was like $12 that I paid for, and they do come off pretty easily. But another good highlighter that I will say that does not come off as easily are the Physician Formula, the Nudes. What is this? I think it's like a shimmer brick or something. It just comes in a package like this. And I have used this for multiple of things. I have used this in my kit because it has like 4 different... You can make as many like skin tone variety highlights with this as you want. And It just gives such a good glow. And I have also used this. I use the inner corner of the white for an inner corner highlight. So definitely really pretty, but a Physicians Formula is pretty pricey, but it's easy to get your hands on, and it's more affordable than most high-end highlighters. Okay, and then for bronzers, I have two bronzers that I have fallen in love with. I have had the first, wait, no. And then I'm going to go ahead and talk about bronzers. I have two bronzers that I have fallen in love with. The first one, I will say I've had since I started makeup, since I was 17, because it was easy to get a hold of. I think I got it at my local dollar store, like Family Dollar, Dollar General, something like that. And it is the NYC Sunny Bronzer. I'm pretty sure you can find this pretty much anywhere because they have the NYC brand in like Walmart and Walgreens and everything. This bronzer is a very red bronzer, but I even wore it today. I used it as the bronzer. I blended it out, and it just looks amazing. This is a repurchase. That's why it still has the sun thing in it, because I hit pan on my other one, and then I could not live without it, because I was without it for like 2 weeks, and I was like, I can't, because I do have high-end bronzers, but I reach for this one no matter what, and this one was like $2 or $3. So I definitely recommend this one, and it's in the shade Sunny. I don't know if they have any other shades. This is the only one I've been able to find, but I love it. The next bronzer I want to go ahead and talk about is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This just came out a few months ago, I believe. Sorry, my nose itches. A few months ago, and this is in the shade Light. And as you can see, it does kind of have like an ashy undertone. Now, when I went and I saw these, I only saw two shades. I saw light and dark. So I don't know if they have more and they just were sold out at my local CVS or what, because I could not find any other colors. But I usually just tend to go for like lighter colors because I am so fair usually. And I even have a little bit of fake tan left on me, and I still use this as like my base contour, if you can see that, because it has such a ashy undertone. This has, like, if you can look inside of it, it looks like very finely milled pieces of glitter, but when you blend it out, all it looks like is a beautiful sheen on your hand. And this takes forever to build up. So if you're somebody that uses way too much bronzer and you just hate using bronzer because you're afraid you're going to use too much and look fakely tan and bronze, definitely try this out, because it takes forever to overly pack this on, and it smells like Almond Joys, so definitely a thumbs up. Lastly, for lip products, I have quite a few. The first three I'm going to actually talk about are Colourpop, because I talked about them earlier, and I do have a lot of the Colourpop Ultra Matte Lips. However, and I wore them, but they had great, amazing pigmentation. I'm not talking bad about them. I'm just saying that they were extremely and uncomfortably dry. But I can handle a lot on my lips. So if somebody that you know out there, or you can't handle dry, patchy lip, not patchy, but gritty lips, the Ultra Matte Lips are not for you. However, they did just come out with the Colourpop Ultra Satin Lips. I am wearing one today. The one I'm wearing is in Magic Wand. And the label has rubbed off. That's how much I have been wearing them. I love the Ultra Matte Lips, but these take the cake for affordable liquid lips. Now, they are called satin lips. However, the formula of them, like, I would say when they dry, they do look more matte. But to me, I love matte lips, and these are easier to apply a gloss to than the regular Ultra Matte Lips. These are much softer and more comfortable to wear. They have more slick to them, and they have a tackiness to them. They don't dry like a paint almost on your lip. These are so comfortable and so amazing that I give them 11 stars. Fuck 10 stars. I give them 11. And I am not just saying that. I picked these up and I was like, satin lips. You know what, let me just go ahead and try them. So I picked up, I think, 4 of them. Because I was ordering more of the Ultra Mattes, because I was like, oh, I love them. I don't want to replace them. I tried the nude first. I fell in love. So I definitely love these. However, I will say I haven't really worn a bold lip that long yet. So I haven't had any trouble so far with a bold lip feathering. But if you have problems with that, it might feather on you because it is such a soft formula. But I'm just telling you, I love them. This one is Magic Wand, and then this one is Lion King. Like Lion King, like Lyin King. Definitely check them out. They're like $6. So just save up your nickels, your pennies, your quarters, and because that's what I do. I definitely do, because when I work, I keep my change in a bucket, and then I just keep adding it up, and then I go cash it in, put it in my bank account, and I hit up Colourpop, because these are amazing. And the last Colourpop lip I want to talk about are the Colourpop Lippy Sticks. I do like them, but I prefer the cream or the matte shades. This one, I know this sounds like it's sponsored. It's not. Kathleen Lights does not know who I am. I just love this lipstick. I would have worn it today, but I figured I had such a bold eye, I didn't want to go for a bold lip too. This is her Lumiere, which I want to pick up like 4 more just in case they ever discontinue these, because this is the prettiest, mauviest, purpley, I don't even know how to explain it, but this shade I have picked up, like, it's so used that the brand on the pencil came off, and then the tag on the bottom came off. That's how much I use this. I am not talking because it's Kathleen Lights. I am not saying I love it because, you know, because she has no idea who I am. But this product, this color, is amazing. I would definitely check it out because I feel like this would work on so many people because it's not scary. It's almost like your lip color, but a few shades darker. It just looks so beautiful. I don't know. I guess I can't really say much because I am fair, but on me, I adore this. This was such a great color for me. I'll pick it up. If I can't decide a color to wear, I literally choose this one, throw it in my purse, and I head out the door. So definitely check it out before they decide to discontinue it. So if Kathleen Lights ever hears of me, you get a thumbs up, girlfriend. Next liquid lip I want to talk about are the NYX lingerie lips. Liquid lips, I guess you could call it. And they have like that very mousse texture where, kind of like the Maybelline Vivid Mattes if you've tried that. But these actually dry, where the Vivid Mattes, they do not dry on me. But these will dry more comfortably and they will stay on longer than those. They are just comfortable, and their colors are like, they have a range of nudes pretty much. At least that's what I've seen. I don't think they have any bold colors, but from what I've seen, they're all like nudes from light to dark. I think I have 6 of them, and so far, I love these. This is the shade Lace Detail, and this is that right there. You can see it's already starting to dry, but it is not so dry. I'm going to go ahead and smudge it just so you can see it's not so dry that it gets uncomfortable. Like you can see, you can still wipe it off. As to like a really matte lip, it will not wipe off. It'll dry like paint on your lip. So, and these I think are only $7 too, so those are definitely a really good liquid lip to try from the drugstore or the affordable side of makeup. Next NYX product I actually want to talk about are the NYX Intense Butter Glosses. I love the original butter glosses, so I just figured I would just go ahead and tell you the original butter glosses are more sheer than these. That's why I didn't want to go ahead and throw those in, because they're pretty much the same thing, except for these have way more pigment. I love these. They're very comfortable on your lips. They're buttery, hence the name Butter Gloss, and they are gorgeous. You can see that on the bottom, and this is the shade Trace Leches, and I have worn this over a lipstick just to give it a little bit more of a dark touch, and it has not feathered on me, came off. It's a gloss, and it's so pigmented. It's almost as pigmented as a lipstick, however, it's glossy. So if you love glossy lips, definitely check them out, because I think they're only $6 as well. So definitely a win in my book. I love these. Okay, and staying on the gloss train, I will go ahead and say that I don't technically know what these are called, but they are from the brand Maybelline. I'm sure you've heard them all over YouTube or all over the makeup world. I Love these. However, I like the NYX Butter Glosses more. These have that buttery feeling to where they feel like a butter on your lips and they're not like super sticky. But I don't know. I don't like the taste of them. But, and they are a little bit patchy compared to like the NYX Butter Gloss, but they are still very beautiful. These are actually more expensive than the NYX Butter Gloss. I would definitely go with the NYX Butter Gloss, but if you can't decide, these are all, or you can't find them, these are also very good ones to try. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I love this color. This is the color, oh, I'm sorry, these are the Elixir Color Sensation by Maybelline, sorry. And this is the shade Amethyst Potion. And I have used this to where I've just had a light eye, and I will take this and just put it on my lips, and it doesn't look like I'm wearing something too heavy, but it gives me like a light wash of something. Alright, my lighting is getting very bad, so I'm going to hurry up and finish up. The last lip I want to go ahead and mention are the, what are these? Maybelline. I have a lot of Maybelline today. And these are the Maybelline Matte collection, and this is in the shade Touch of Spice. It just comes in a frosty kind of tube like that, and it comes out like this. I freaking love this. I recommend this to anybody who loves like that Kylie Jenner lip color, because this is that, and it's matte, and it's comfortable as hell to wear. I have worn this several times, and I've gotten so many compliments on this color alone. So definitely check this out, because I think I got this for $4 something at Walmart. Okay, sorry if I ran through that pretty fast. I felt like I was talking a million miles an hour, but I wanted to get through that because my lighting is getting very bad. But I am going to be hopefully getting some better lighting soon, so don't worry on that. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and if you want to see my top favorite high-end makeup products, give me a comment down below. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.